We've just landed in Amman in Jordan. I've never been to Jordan as well, and I've heard so much about Jordan, and it's such a blessed city, and just I think being in the company as well with all the brothers. I think it's nice to get away from the UK, away from technology, away from work, and just spend sort of a week just in this kind of environment with the caliber of these kind of scholars.
So I attended the 2 previous sojourns, alhamdulillah, and there's a few of us actually who've done the trips before, and obviously the highlight is being able to travel with the mashayikh, because they really teach us how to travel, what travel is, or what it should be and what we should seek when we're coming to blessed places such as Jordan. So we're looking forward to visiting the vestry. Obviously that's sort of anticipating that quite a bit, and then also visiting the companions, but in the company of Habib Kazim, inshallah, and Habib Omar. So yeah, we're a little bit tired, but we're just looking forward to beginning the trip, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, we have arrived at Jordan, alhamdulillah. For the next 5 to 6 days, inshallah, we'll be visiting all the ziyaras, spending time with the Habibs, Habib Umar bin Habib, Habib Kazim, al-Saqqaf, Hafidahullah, inshallah.
Just waiting for our luggage, and just put all our luggage in the buses. Just heading towards our hotels now, inshallah. So it's about 12 o'clock at midnight now. It's past 12 o'clock, alhamdulillah. Looking forward to the rihla, looking forward to meeting Habib Omar and Habib Kazim, and spending the next blessed 6-7 days with them, inshallah. It's been a blessed journey up to now, inshallah. There's more to come, inshallah.
There's a few things. I mean, yeah, it depends what you're here for. It depends on the intention you're coming. Certainly, seeing special people, people like Habib Umar, is always going to be beneficial in ways that we can perceive and ways that we can't perceive. But also visiting the Sahaba, the special ones, both living and dead, both of the living and both of the dead. To maintain that connection with those who have a connection. I think that's very important, and that's what our teachers tell us. And I think the lift is up, so yeah, I'm gonna go. Right.
See you in the morning, inshallah. Sojourn of this year to Jordan, alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It coincides with the annual ziyarah of Sayyidina al-Habib Umar bin Muhammad bin Salim bin Hafid. This year, his official ziyarah to the Shuhada al-Mu'ta, the martyrs of Mu'ta, the ones which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he saw them from Medina to Munawwara, as mentioned in the Sahih Hadith and Sahih Bukhari, where he mentions that Ja'far has fallen. He sees the event unfold before his very eyes. Likewise, you have great Sahaba, Sayyid Mu'adh bin Jabal, who's buried likewise here. Likewise, Ashab al-Kahf, the people of the cave. Many of us were like that last night, slept like people of the cave last night. But the people of the cave on a qawl, on an opinion, is here. And inshallah ta'ala we have a chance to visit them. But the great thing about this ziyarah is not so much us visiting them, but it's who we take as a representative to go and visit them. I mean, any of us can go and visit people, but then there's people who will take you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that they introduce you and your arwah to the arwah of the righteous before us. And so we're blessed and fortunate, first and foremost, for Habib Kazim al-Saqqaf. Many of you know Habib Kazim. Hafidhullah, Allah preserve him from the guiding lights of this time, inshallah ta'ala, from the great Saqqaf family of the Sayyun. Many great stories that we know about Habib Kazim from some of the students that we met. And they said, many a night that we'd wake up and we'd find our clothes in the morning time, they'd be ironed and ready for us. And he'd spend the night washing their clothes. Daytime teaching, nighttime washing their clothes, in khidmah to his students. To give people a brief overview, today no doubt is ziyarat. Today we're going to visit the masjid of Abdur-Rahman bin Awf, his masjid today. Likewise we're going to be visiting some of the Anbiya as well today, inshallah ta'ala. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day up until Maghrib, and then we have a Mawlid this evening, inshallah ta'ala, with al-Habib Umar in Dar al-Anwar.
قال يا أخبرنا نبينا صلى الله عليه وسلم أو ربنا سبحانه وتعالى عن أوقات مباركة أو عن أماكن مباركة، فنحن معنا أن نحن نغتنم هذه الأوقات ونغتنم هذه الأماكن حتى نأخذ نصيبنا من الرحمات التي ربنا عز وجل يفتحها لعباده في الأوقات أو في الأماكن، وهذا من الأماكن المباركة بلاد الشام بنص القرآن وبنص أحاديث النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
So when the Prophet ﷺ informs us of a blessed place or a blessed time, or Allah informs us of a blessed place or a blessed time, that is an indication to the believer that they should take advantage of this blessing and benefit from these mercies. And Allah and the Prophet ﷺ, by the text of the Quran, have indicated that these lands of the Sham or of the Levant, that these are blessed places. So we should take advantage of this.
وهذه الرحمات تنقسم إلى قسمين، قسم من أنواع الرحمات الإلهية يشترك فيها المسلم وغير المسلم، وقسم رحمات خاصة عظيمة من الله سبحانه وتعالى وكبيرة خاصة بالمسلمين، وهي رحمات جليلة لا تساوي شيء أبدا مع الرحمات الظاهرة التي ربنا عز وجل يتكرم بها ويتفضل بها حتى على غير المسلمين.
And in these mercies that Allah gives, they can be divided into two categories. A general mercy that Muslims as well as non-Muslims share in, and then a specific mercy that is great and magnificent, that is specific to the Muslims. And these are of no comparison to those general mercies that Allah gives to all of the creation.
نشكر الله سبحانه وتعالى الذي حضرنا وياكم هذه الأرض المقدسة المباركة أرض الشام، بلاد عظيمة مباركة.
And we thank Allah who brought us and you to this blessed land of the Sham, of the Levant. These are great lands.
ونحن سنشهد أننا وكذلك أنتم أيضا لسنا جانب أنفسنا، ولكن سنقول الله أحضرنا سبحانه وتعالى.
And we should have the perspective, and you as well. I mean, we should rise up to this perspective, not saying we came, but saying Allah brought us, or Allah made us to be present here.
ولذلك نحن أيضا إذا زرنا أمثال الصحابة رضي الله عنهم أو الأنبياء نتذكر أننا نقف أمام أشخاص أحياء ليسوا أموات، أجسامهم في التراب، ولكن أرواحهم حية من خلف هذه التوابيت أو خلف هذه المظاهر التي يضعها الناس، فأرواحهم حية موجودة، هي تشاهد الذي يزورها وتسمع السلام وترد السلام وتتوجه هذه الأرواح إلى الله سبحانه وتعالى في قضاء حوائج الناس. لا نسلم على حجارة ولا على تراب، نسلم على أرواح حاضرة تشاهد وترى وتتوجه إلى الله سبحانه وتعالى.
And then when we visit graves of prophets or the graves of Sahaba, we should recognize and perceive that they are living, right? We must perceive that they are living. Their bodies are buried in the earth. However, behind the various decorations of their shrines, there are these arwah, these spirits of theirs that are living, that still have perception, right? They perceive and see those who visit them. They hear those who greet them with salams. They respond to those salams. They are spirits that betake themselves to Allah, right? They turn to Allah to fulfill the needs of those who visit them. So we must perceive and recognize that this life, this barzakh life that they have, and the benefit we have of visiting them.
نعم، فلذلك عندما نقف ونسلم ندعو الله سبحانه وتعالى لنا ولأقاربنا وللناس كلهم ولأحبابنا لكل، لأنها تكون عطاءات من الله كبيرة من مقامات الأنبياء والصحابة.
So when we visit them, we should make dua for ourselves, for our families, for the community in general, the Muslims in general, and have great, because Allah gives great gifts in the likes of that presence, right? The presence of prophets. So we should have vast things that we seek.
فإن شاء الله يا ربنا يمدنا وياكم من إمدادات الأنبياء والصحابة.
And he said, inshallah, and may Allah give a madad, like spiritual support or aid, by the blessing of these persons, of the prophets and the companions.
وهذه أعلى الإمدادات الموجودة في الدنيا زيارة الأنبياء وزيارة الصحابة.
And these are from the greatest of spiritual support or sustenance, madad, that is given in this world, is the visits of prophets and the visits of Sahaba.
Alhamdulillah, after a good night's rest, we've just had our opening session with the Habib Kazim al-Saqqaf, Hafidahullah, and Sheikh Abdul-Karim Yahya, translating for Habib Kazim. And inshallah, we've got a brilliant day ahead of us. We're going to go and meet Habib Umar bin Hafiz, Hafidahullah, and then we're going to have a majalis with them. Inshallah, we're going to go and visit the ziyaras today too, and we're going to end up tonight with Habib Umar in a mawlid, inshallah. So, can't wait. It's going to be an amazing day, inshallah. Long day ahead though.
It was the first gathering that we've had with him. He mentioned just in general, just virtues of meeting the people of Allah, both the living and the perceived dead. We touched upon a couple of things, but one of the main things that that really struck with me was his comment that the souls of the great ones, the Salihin, the Anbiya, or the Sahaba, they are what we perceive they were like in life, both in life, but more so in death. So we arrived in Jordan, alhamdulillah, yesterday evening. This is our first day in Amman, alhamdulillah, and we had our introductory opening talk with Habib Kazim, and mashallah, he stressed and emphasized was the importance of recognizing the blessed nature of this land and those that are buried here and present here, alhamdulillah. And inshallah, we hope to take benefit by visiting the places where they reside in the company of the living people of Allah, Abdur-Rahman bin Awf, and the graves of Prophet Shu'aib and Yusha, alayhim salam. And inshallah, in the evening we'll be having a gathering with Habib Umar, where we'll be reciting the Mawlid, inshallah, with him. And of the things we hope to take from this trip is, inshallah, the connection, the living connection of the people that are connected to the people of Allah, connected back to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whether that is blessings in place or time or the living souls. Inshallah, may we benefit and inshallah be able to take some of that benefit back with us to those of our families and loved ones we've left at home.
My name is Brad from Detroit, and traveling with Sheikh Abdul-Karim Yahya. My intention was just to visit the Sahaba and the Awliya here, inshallah. Seeing Habib Umar making dua at some of the graves of the companions, and visiting Sheikh Noor, inshallah.
So we are the maqam of Sayyidina Abdur-Rahman bin Awf radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, one of the Ashra Mubashara, the 10 guaranteed Jannah, subhanallah.
إذا جاء إلى مكان الصحابي صلى أو ركع أو دخله فيبنون له مسجدا أو يبنون له مثل هذا المقام.
He said, so if a Sahabi came to a place or prayed and such, they might build a masjid there, or what's called a maqam, as this is, in a place where that Sahabi prayed.
العلماء اختلفوا في وفاة سيدنا عبد الرحمن بن عوف. التعريف ده مكتوب سنة 33، لكن ابن الأثير وعلماء التراجم وفاته سنة 31 هجرية، سنة 31 كان سنه 75 سنة. حتى يقولون حمل الجنازة حق سيدنا سعد بن أبي وقاص، كان من يحمل الجنازة وكان يصيح يقول وجب له، كان يترحم على سيدنا عبد الرحمن بن عوف.
So the scholars differ as to the date of his death. There's something written here that said it was the 33rd year after the Hijrah, but Habib Kazim said it was the 31st year after the Hijrah, and that he was in, and he was 75 years old. And from those who carried his funeral procession was Sayyidina Sa'd bin Abi Waqqas, and he was mentioning his virtues, saying wajab Allah, that like a mountain has passed.
معروف سيدنا عبد الرحمن بن عوف كان من أغنى الصحابة ومن أثرياء الصحابة ومن أسخياء الصحابة.
And it's known that Sayyidina Abdur-Rahman bin Awf he was one of the most wealthy of the companions and generous of them.
وقالوا المنقبة الشهيرة هذه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى خلفه. جاء من المرات رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم سيدنا عبد الرحمن يصلي بالناس، فأراد سيدنا عبد الرحمن أنه يتأخر ويتقدم الرسول، فالنبي أشار إليه أن أمكث، فالنبي صلى خلف سيدنا عبد الرحمن حزب.
And he has the virtue among the Sahaba that the Prophet ﷺ, he prayed behind him once. The Prophet ﷺ came and he was already leading a prayer, and the Prophet joined, and Sayyidina Abdur-Rahman wanted to recede in order for the Prophet ﷺ to lead, and the Prophet indicated for him to stay. So he prayed behind him.
كلهم المترجمون الذين ترجموا لسيدنا عبد الرحمن بن عوف ذكروا يعني صورته كيف كان رجل أجم له شعر، وكان ربعة ليس بالطويل ليس بالقصير، وكان أبيض مشربا بحمرة ليس أسمر خالص وليس أبيض خالص، كان غليظ الكفين رضي الله عنه وأرضاه.
So they said that he was a man who had long hair. He was a man who was of moderate height, rab'a, and his complexion was that he was fair, however mixed with humra. So he wasn't entirely dark brown skin nor entirely light, but a fairness mixed with the darkness, and also that his two hands, that he had large coarse hands.
ونحن لما نقرأ سير الصحابة هؤلاء ما شاء الله نقرأها وخصوصا قبل النوم فننام فنرى صورهم كما وجدهم الله عز وجل، وهذه ثمرة قراءة سيرة أصحاب النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
And he said, so when we study the biographies of the Prophet's companions, for instance, we may see them in a dream and see them as they were described. So that's a benefit of learning their biographies.
فإن شاء الله كما جمعنا ربنا في هذا المقام الذي دخله سيدنا عبد الرحمن بن عوف يجمعنا إن شاء الله مع سيدنا عبد الرحمن بن عوف. الأنوار في جنات تجري من تحت الأنهار.
And just as we've entered this place that he entered, we ask Allah to unite us with him in paradise of gardens and lights.
وكما طلعنا مولانا سبحانه وتعالى على ذكر على سماع أوصافه الحسية، نسأل الله أن يرينا صورته الحقيقية إن شاء الله في الجنة مع النبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وفي المنام وفي البرزخ.
And just as Allah has given us to hear some of his attributes and descriptions, we ask Allah to show us his description truly in paradise and also in the barzakh.
طيب ونتوجه إلى الله تعالى في هذا المقام نتوسل من الله ربنا هذه الدعوات إن شاء الله.
And we turn to Allah at this place and turn to Allah with these prayers.
اللهم أعمر أجسادنا بطاعتك وعافيتك.
Oh Allah, make our bodies live in health and in obedience to you.
وأعمر من الأرزاق الحلال الواسعة يفيضها على من أراد من الحاضرين إن شاء الله، أرزاق حلال واسعة مصروفة في الطاعات.
And just as Allah poured on Abdur-Rahman bin Awf vast halal provision, we ask Allah to pour upon those who are present who He wills vast halal provision that they spend in the way of Allah.
من يريدها يفيضها ومن لا يريدها ربنا يعطيه. من يريد يعطيه ومن لا يريد خلاص من زاهد في الدنيا يكفيه.
أيوة. He said those who want it من يريد منا ومن يريد الله أن يعطيه.
الذي يريد يقول آمين والذي لا يريد ربنا كريم.
He said those who want vast provision say Ameen, and those who have zuhud in this world say they have that.
نقول آمين ولا لا؟ آمين. إلى حضرة النبي.
حضرة النبي الفاتحة.
So we've just left the masjid of Abdur-Rahman bin Awf radiyallahu anhu, who is one of the blessed 10 companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam radiyallahu anhu, who was promised guaranteed paradise. Alhamdulillah. It's a maqam, and Habib Kazim was explaining to us it's maqam can be a place where either a person resided or visited or passed through. So it's not actually the place where he's buried. He's actually buried in the blessed city of Medina al-Munawwara. However, it is a place that he passed through and visited, and alhamdulillah, Habib gave us a a very beautiful reminder on the life of the companion, and alhamdulillah, inshallah, may we benefit from having visited the place that he passed through.
Now we will move to our next destination. We will continue now driving to Maqam al-Nabi Yosha, Prophet Joshua. As we know, here in Jordan we say he was the Fata al-Nabi Musa, the young man helping, following, assisting Prophet Moses. And after the death of Prophet Moses, Musa alayhi salam, he was the leader. We believe he passed by the area where we are driving, next to the city called As-Salt. And as I said, As-Salt was the first capital of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan for a few months before the locals decided to move to Amman and to make Amman the capital city of the country. It's approximately 35 kilometers away from Maqam Abdur-Rahman bin Awf, where we have been.
أهلا وسهلا. السلام عليكم. حياكم الله. السلام عليكم. كيف حالك؟ شو أخبارك؟ حياك الله. الله يبارك فيك.
عليك يا رسول الله.
السلام عليك يا حبيب الله.
السلام عليك يا حبيب الله.
السلام عليك وعلى نبينا محمد.
السلام عليك وعلى نبينا محمد.
السلام عليك وعلى سيدنا أحمد.
السلام عليكم وعلى سيدنا أحمد.
السلام عليك وعلى سيدنا محمد.
السلام عليكم وعلى سيدنا محمد.
السلام عليك